I spent a good bit of day one just fixing all my settings because I've never really played on keyboard before, so I needed to bind everything and it just took a while. I then tried to edit this floor kind of fast and you can just tell how slow I am. And here's me doing some 90. As you can tell, I'm a little unexperienced with the keys. There's so many keys on the keyboard and it's really weird compared to the simple controller layout. So I've just spent most of today just trying to get my bearings about how I'm supposed to reach all the keys. And then I tried editing again, and you can just see how slow I am at editing this cone. It's so weird. You have to line up the build and the edit to be able to edit it. It's just really awkward. Then I spent 5 more minutes on practicing, and then I decided to hop over to Battle Royale. Although I got 2 kills, there was 2 things holding me back from winning the game. The first thing, it was my first day on keyboard, and I was horrible. Second of all, my lobbies are actually really good, and so paired with the keyboard, it did not go well. So I practiced a bit more, and I also tried to do some simple tarps. Then I decided to try a 1v1 map, and the kids there were just so stupid. Just roll the clip. But once I got my loot, I actually did kill a bunch of people. That was basically it for day 1. Since I basically had 90s down, I decided to practice tunneling, which I had a little more trouble with. I also changed some of my key binds, but the big one was I changed caps lock to my editing bind, and that's something that I used through the whole KBM progression. I did some editing practice, and then decided to try this game called Box PvP, which is basically box fights and zone wars at the same time. And on my very first round, I did this. I won, but the rest of the rounds looked something like this. My building and editing were pretty good, but my aiming was what needed improvements. So I decided to try this aim training map by Raider464, and it was actually really helpful. As you can tell, my aim was not really good, but I decided to keep trying. So that by the end of those 10 minutes, I tried pretty much all of his different practices, and I saw actually a little bit of improvement. After that, I decided to play a match with my brother, and here are the highlights. I did die, but at least we came second. Today I practiced tunneling and doing my 90s. Then I decided to practice single edits, which actually didn't go that bad. After that, I decided to give box fights a second try. And here's how it went. So I decided to leave. I found this 1v1 map that not a lot of people were playing, and I found why as soon as I logged in. Bro. Eventually, he finally decided to actually do a 1v1, but he took forever editing the wall. And needless to say, I didn't need a controller to mess up this fool. And it went on like that for a while. At least until he got mad. And eventually it just turned into a free-for-all. and then he really left. In my notes, I even said lol. After that, I did about 5 more minutes of aim training, and I really am seeing improvement. Today I practiced these cone edits, and I again practiced tunneling, 90s, and single edits. But just for fun, I played this 1v1 map again. It went just about the same. Oh my gosh, this freaking bozo. It was day 3 all over again, but we also turned to spawn camping. I also wrote lol again, and would you look at that. I also just noticed that his name has 2013 in it, and I think I just destroyed a 10-year-old, which is awesome. You need to leave! I then did some aim training. After that, I went back to box fights, which went, well... What? Day 5 was depressingly unproductive as I only 1v1'd my friend, but to be fair, he normally plays on keyboard and I actually did really well. Today I practiced the usual 90s and tunneling, but then I also decided to play box fights with my duo TNR Russian. Here are some highlights. After I did around 15 minutes of practicing, I went back to box fights but eventually left the game because of how useless my teammate was. Also, I noticed that it looks like I'm playing on controller, but it's just a visual glitch that I have. I was actually playing on keyboard the whole time. And there you have it. That's my 7-day keyboard and mouse progression. If you want me to do a 1-month progression, I'll do it at 5 likes. Now it's time to do a cool comparison. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, a like would be heavily appreciated. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.